What's up guys? If you don't know me, my name is Brittany. I'm a special effects makeup artist in Los Angeles, California, and today I am here with Narrative Cosmetics to show you how to use their brand new silicone modeling compound. If you don't know what a silicone modeling compound is, it is essentially a two-part product that once combined, you can use to create various scars, injuries, burns, you can smooth out uneven skin texture, and even pour it into a mold to create a prosthetic. Now with Halloween right around the corner, I figured this is like a prime time opportunity to show you how to create probably one of the most iconic Halloween costumes we see every single year, and that is the Dark Knight's Joker. Now before we start applying anything, just like with any other product, it's important to start with a clean and dry base. We want to make sure there aren't any residual makeup or oils or anything left on the face that could adversely affect the adhesive or the way that the silicone sticks to our skin. Now the most important part about using this product is you do not want to contaminate either jar with the other. The reason being is that once these two are combined, it will trigger the curing process, and if you get a little bit of part A and part B or vice versa, you're going to trigger the curing process inside the jar, which is going to ruin the product. So to avoid that, we're going to use two separate popsicle sticks, one for part A and one for part B. So we're going to want to break this up into three different sections. Let's start with the left side. I've just grabbed a small amount of part A with my first popsicle stick. A little bit goes a long way, so start small. And now I want to grab an equal amount of part B. Now that we've got both part A and part B on our metal mixing palette, this is now the perfect opportunity if you want to match it to your skin tone with a little bit of cosmetic grade pigment or even a little bit of grease paint. With the clear, it's actually not totally necessary because it does blend into the skin fairly well, so this is an optional step. I'm going to start working to combine the two parts now, and the thing is once you start mixing them together, the curing process is going to begin, and we have about 10 minutes before it's going to fully cure, hence why we're breaking this up into three parts. We're going to need to work fairly quickly. Now for the mixing process, I just went ahead and switched over to my metal spatula because I'm going to be sculpting with this, but if you want to use a popsicle stick, you can totally do that, just whatever you have on hand. And as far as how long you should be mixing this for, there's no specific time frame, but I would say just until you feel like it's definitely combined so you can start working on getting it on your face. So this right here looks pretty dang good for me. Now that we have both parts combined, we can start applying it directly to our skin. If you're going to be wearing this for a long period of time, I would recommend putting down a little bit of an adhesive. Might I recommend the Narrative Cosmetics adhesive? But because I'm only wearing this for a short amount of time, I'm going to go ahead and skip that step because it's not totally necessary. So to start off, I'm just going to go ahead and start applying it in the general shape of the scar. Now that we've got the general shape of the scar laid down, I'm going to start carving out the inside to create the depth. Now before this completely cures, we want to go in with some 99% isopropyl alcohol to blend out the edges and smooth the surface a little bit. Now that it's all applied, let's wait for this side to finish curing. So silicone modeling compound is fairly comparable to that of like scar wax, but there are a few key differences. Both products you can sculpt directly onto the skin and create similar effects, but unlike silicone modeling compound, scar wax actually does not dry down. As you can see, this silicone has solidified and has now attached and adhered to my skin really nicely. It's very flexible. And scar wax is very flexible too, but it's always going to stay that waxy, almost clay-like consistency. So although you can create this same exact effect with scar wax, it's just not gonna have the same longevity. Don't get me wrong, scar wax has its time and place, but honestly, I don't really use it anymore. Now that this side is fully cured, we're gonna start moving on to the bottom lip, which is like a little bit of a Y-shaped scar. I'm going to take two brand new popsicle sticks again and just grab the amount that I need from my part A and part B. Now that we're done with the lower lip scar, we're going to move on to this side, and again, we're going to create another new batch of our compound. Now that we're fully cured, I went ahead and did a layer of powder over the top just to get rid of that shininess and a little bit of the tackiness, and now you can paint it with pretty much whatever you want. Whether you want to use rubber mask grease paints or the Narrative Cosmetics cream palette or alcohol activated palettes. I'm going to start out with a white paint and I'm going to do the base of my face first. And to mimic his wrinkles that he's got and his like really messed up makeup, I'm going to wrinkle my face up. It's going to be a really cute process. I'm going to wrinkle my face up and paint over those wrinkles just like this. And you're gonna get those beautiful lines right there. That's perfect. And you wanna scrunch your face up in a bunch of different ways. And we definitely don't want this to look perfect, so don't be afraid to kind of like smudge it out in spots. It should look kind of sweaty and messed up and really grungy. I'm taking a little bit of black from the Narrative Cosmetics cream palette and I'm gonna use that for around my eyes. And same thing, we do not want this to look perfect. We want it to look really grungy and messed up. All right, the black is looking awesome. Now we have to move on to the red, which is the scars. Now the Joker's scars are very, very bright red, so I'm gonna use Fresh Blood from the Narrative Cosmetics Death FX Cream Palette, and I'm gonna start by just filling in the scar. Now that we've got the base of it filled in, we can go and make it messy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint my lips, smudge out the red. That's the beautiful thing about the Joker, is that nothing about this is perfect. It's all kind of a mess and all over the place, so really have fun with it. I'm also gonna take a little bit of Aged Blood, which is this darker red shade, and kind of give the scars a little bit more depth. I don't want to do too much here because I still want it to be very red, but I just want a little more variation in the color. Alright guys, and this is the final look. Super quick, super easy, and looks awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have any crazy skin texture right now, but if you do have any kind of acne scarring and you're looking to smooth it over, you can do the same exact process as I showed you today, just filling in those gaps with the silicone and then blending it out really, really nicely with the 99% isopropyl alcohol, and it'll give you a nice, seamless, smooth skin. The Narrative Cosmetics Silicone Modeling Compound is definitely a makeup artist kit must-have. Or if you just want to look extra awesome this Halloween, pick this stuff up. Whether you want to be Edward Scissorhands, maybe you want a Harry Potter scar, maybe you want to try your hand at prosthetics but you're a little scared to go and spend a lot of money buying one. This stuff will do it all. You can find me and Narrative Cosmetics on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I will have all of those listed right here for you to check out. And if you use any of the products I used in this video, be sure to tag me and Narrative Cosmetics. That way we can share your post to our Instagram stories and we can hype you up and we can root you on. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.